All right, folks, so I'm here from the Steve Jobs Theater where Apple just wrapped up their 2023 keynote, where they announced new iPhones, of course, but also the new Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Now, moving on to the Apple Watch, they really highlighted how people use the Apple Watch and the iPhone in conjunction with each other, hand in hand, I guess you could say. And with the Series 9 and the Ultra 2, they're bringing out new features that help with that. So with the new Series 9, this retains the same familiar design as the Series 8 and previous generation Apple Watches, but they've updated the processor and internals, but also the display. So first up, they've updated the Series 9 with a brand new display that now has a max brightness of 2000 nits, which is twice as bright as the Series 8. And this is actually the same 2000 nit brightness that they introduced on the Ultra last year, which was a great display to see outside. So the Series 9 should continue with that. But in addition to that, they also have a much lower brightness level all the way down to 1 nit. And this is actually kind of important with these kinds of displays because these kinds of displays at night can actually be a little bit disruptive. And with the new Series 9, this comes with their new S9 SiP, which has 60% more transistors than the Series 8, a 30% faster GPU, as well as a new neural engine that's 2 times faster. And with this new chip, it's not only faster, but it also allows for more features to be done on the watch itself, like being able to process Siri requests, which should not only be faster, but also more secure. And they also talked about new health-related features that are coming along with Siri, so Siri plus health. So think like, how many steps did I take in a day? What's my resting heart rate? Or how much sleep did I get last night? And even features like being able to keep track of your medications, like, hey, I took my medication at 3 p.m. And Apple did mention that the Series 9 still has the same all-day 18-hour battery life as the previous generation Apple Watches. So basically, I think what this means is that it's a combination of a processor that's likely a bit more efficient with a brighter display. And then another new feature that they're introducing with the Series 9 is a precision finding feature for your iPhone. So think basically like AirTags for your iPhone from your Apple Watch. So basically with this sort of feature, you'll be able to see with a lot more precision where your iPhone actually is based on the distance to your iPhone, as well as kind of like a directional arrow to get to it. But arguably, the coolest new feature to come out with the Series 9 is the new double tap feature, which really goes a step further in terms of how you actually interact with your watch. So what you can do here is that you can perform primary functions on your Apple Watch just by tapping your index finger and your thumb together. So if you're from the watch face, if you double tap it, it brings up the Smart Stack, and then you can scroll through your Smart Stack with more taps. And then you can also do other things here like starting and stopping a timer, taking a photo on your iPhone, and even answering and declining a call. And how it does this is by detecting changes in motion as well as blood flow. And by the way, it doesn't necessarily have to be just your index finger. It can actually be a combination of any of these fingers. Now, a couple things to note about this. So your watch actually has to be active for this to work. So basically, if your watch face is kind of asleep, the double taps don't work. And I think this does make sense. And another thing I tried to do was pause and resume a workout, and that didn't seem to work, at least at this time. And I'm not sure if that functionality is coming out in the future, but that's the thing. Since this feature is just rolling out right now, it's obviously going to be expanded to other areas within an interface, and then even think something like a triple tap, which could possibly do something. But overall, this is a very interesting idea because it actually allows you to use your watch with just one hand. So there's lots of possibilities here, not only from the convenience standpoint, but also the accessibility standpoint. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. And with the double tap feature, this actually won't ship with the Series 9 when it's available on September 22nd. This is actually going to be available via software update in October. And by the way, this is going to be on the Series 9 and newer. It's not going to be available on previous generation Apple Watches. And then they also highlighted their environmental initiatives quite a bit, where they're now using significantly more recycled materials in Apple Watches, from the aluminum that they're using, redesigned packaging, to more recycled yarn in their sport loops, recycled cobalt in their batteries, as well as using 100% clean energy in manufacturing. And then on the Nike watch end of things, they have a new Nike watch face, which I thought was pretty cool, where lines on the globe actually represent seconds passing. And then they also have new environmentally friendly Nike bands and loops, where they're using materials that were used in previous Nike bands into the construction. And then when it comes to the new Apple Watch Ultra 2, this gets the same S9 SiP as the Series 9, so this is going to get the faster processing, the Siri plus health features, as well as the precision finding feature for your iPhone. But the Ultra 2 also gets an updated display, but this time the Ultra 2 has a max brightness of 3000 nits, which is crazy, crazy bright, folks. The original Apple Watch Ultra was already very easy to see outdoors, so we'll have to see how this thing actually looks outdoors once I get one. And then the Ultra 2 also comes with a new modular Ultra watch face, which has new complications that you can add around the bezel that represents data like seconds, altitude, as well as depth. And then the Ultra 2 also has a night mode that's automatically activated with the ambient light sensor, so the red color watch face will now enable automatically. And then the Ultra 2, it has the same battery life as before, so it's going to have 36 hours of normal use and then up to 70 hours in the power saving mode. So again, I think it's just like the Series 9, where you're getting a brighter display, but probably a more efficient processor. Anyhow, that's everything new with the new Apple Watch Series 9 as well as the new Apple Watch Ultra 2. And if you have any questions about anything that I didn't cover in this video, I'll try my best to answer those down in the comment section down below. But make sure to be on the lookout for my full in-depth review of the Apple Watch Series 9 as well as the Apple Watch Ultra 2, which will be dropping soon. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.